All right, guys. So today we are just going to talk about a concept called parallel arrays. Now, this is actually nothing new in terms of the code that you are using, but it's a strategy that is extremely helpful when you are working on certain programs that have to do with a lot of data that are different data types. So this program keeps track of people who have made donations, and there are three pieces of data that we want to know about each person. We want to know their name, we want to know their age, and we want to know how large their donation was to whatever they're donating to. Now, since these are three different data types, strings for the names, integers for the ages, and doubles for the donations, we are going to keep track of three separate arrays. Now, so let me zoom in a little bit here. Um, Parallel arrays are two or more arrays that are the same length. All right. No need to overcomplicate that in your head. There's nothing new that's happening with the code. All that I did was I created three arrays here that were all length 5. And I created a diagram to the right hand side here that shows them. Name, we have Abigail, Bob, Jimbo, Azan, and Shelly. Ages are 16, 36, 20, 45, and 17. And the donations are 50, 50, 400, 650, 85, and 200. Now, I specifically made all of these, I specifically made, oops, all of these arrays so that they would line up. And what I mean by line up is that all of the all of the elements in index number 0 belong to Abigail. So Abigail is 16 years old and her donation was $50.50. All of the elements in index number 1 of each array relates to Bob. 2 is Jimbo, 3 is Azana, and 4 is Shelly. And this helps me organize my code. Because if I call upon name at 0, age at 0, and donation at 0, I have everything that I need to know about Abigail right there. So parallel arrays can help you keep your code organized, but you have to make sure that you line up so that the indexes of each parallel array, if the index is the same, it all relates to the same person or the same idea, right? It should match horizontally. So um, let's see how I use this. So first of all, I print out a chart for all of their names, ages, and donations. And because I created parallel arrays, it really only takes me 3 lines of code to create this chart. I create a title for my chart for the column of name, age, and donation, and I create a basic for loop that runs for the length of my age array, which is the length of every array, 5. So it's going to run from I equals 0 to I equals 4, and it's going to print out the name at 0, and then the age at 0, and then the donation at 0, right? Because they all line up. It works very well with for loops. So what I'm going to do is create that, and that chart is going to look something like this right here. Okay, I have my title, name, age, donation, and then each iteration of the for loop is going to print out one index for all 3 arrays. So index 0 of name is Abigail, index 0 of age is 16, and index 0 of donation is 50/50, as shown here on the first line. And it does that for every line. Okay, and this would have taken you a lot more code if you weren't using parallel arrays. Now, I want to give awards to specific people. So I have a method called award, and I am sending all 3 of my arrays down to this method. Now, I specify that I will be sending awards to individuals who are over 18 and have donated more than $100. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go through each array and I am going to check. Okay, so let's start at I equals 0. We look at the age at I, which is 0 and 16. Is it over 18? And then we look at the donation. Is it over 100? And using the logic operator and, if the age of this person is over 18 and the donation is over 100, then I will print out that their name, which is still at spot I, right? The beautiful thing is that all of this is happening at index number I. Their name has won an award only if the age at I is over 18 and the donation at I is over 100. Okay? So again, we will be sending awards to individuals who are over the age of 18 and have donated more than $100. Bob has won an award because he's 36 and has donated 400, and Jimbo has won an award because he is 20 and has donated $650. Okay, everybody else is either under 18 or has donated less than $100. So parallel arrays require no new lines of code. It's just the idea of constructing multiple arrays that are the same length and have an idea, such as everything related to a single person, lined up in each index so that you can easily access and alter this data. Just make sure that you're lining it up properly, and it will make your life a lot easier.